Hello traders, I'm excited to be with you once again, and today we'll be looking at our top 5 setups for 14th to 18th September 2020. This is Peter, founder of Pearl Markets, and welcome to Wavematic Weekly Forecast. Today we'll be looking at our setups in the descending order. So we'll be starting with setup number 5, and now we'll be looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the daily time frame is having a very nice setup. We are still in a sideways because once a setup has not broken the top, this is the top since 2017, and we've not broken the top. So whatever happening in between here, we are still in a sideways. So looking at it, we've completed yellow wave 4, and our final wave, yellow wave 5, is underway. We've had wave 1, blue wave 1, blue wave 2, then blue wave 3 is on its way. For blue wave 3, we've forecasted and traded the impulsive wave for green wave 1. Well, we were anticipating for this 4 and we are having it. So we are looking at a zigzag for green wave 2 to be somewhere within the 50 and 61.8 fib zone. So with that, let's move straight to the lower time frame and look at how we are trading it this week. On the lower time frame, we've had yellow wave 1 and ABC for yellow wave 2. We've had a nice impulsive 1 2 3 4 5 for yellow wave 3, and now we have a correction in play. The correction, my first count for the correction is a triangle, looking at an A, B, C, D. Then if we get an E, I'll be shorting the coin to give me yellow wave 5 before we look for the wave B correction. But with a triangle with the same wave 4, we have another scenario which can play out to be a flat. So now we are having, with the flat scenario, we are having a wave A, or this can be wave B. If price break wave C, green wave C in our triangle, and comes this way, then we will be looking at a flat of an A, B, C. Then we will also be looking for our shorts for yellow wave 5. So now be patient and wait for the triangle to complete. But if you are scalping it on the lower time frame, then if you see any form of reversal, you can sell for wave D, but it should be very short. I don't even trade those short setups, but it is also nice if your account is small and you cannot afford large stop losses. You can scalp triangles, but you have to be very careful because triangles can play in different dimensions, as we did last week for gold. We're having 3 different scenarios for the triangle, but our ultimate trade would be for yellow wave 4 finishing, then we shorten for yellow wave 5. Our number 4 trade setup is on the dollar index. The dollar index we've been tracking for months now, and I've been sharing it regularly in our channel, our Telegram channel, and our Facebook page and groups. If you have not joined our Facebook page, channel, or Facebook group, do well. You'll find the links in the description below to join. With dollar index now, we are having green wave 1. We've had a nice 5-wave impulsive move, a triangle for wave 4, and a short impulsive move for wave 5. Now we are seeing the correction that we were anticipating for. So price broke out from the descending channel, gave us a red text. So we will see, looking at like wave 1, wave 2, we are anticipating price to go up, give us wave 3, another wave down, and give us wave 5 to complete green wave A. Then we'll be looking at a correction, then another wave up. So in general, what we are anticipating is the dollar strengthening for the time being, looking at what the dollar index is doing. So we will be looking at this and using this scenario. Since dollar index is negatively correlated with EURUSD, we will be looking at EURUSD in this video later on. Now our 4th trade is the dollar index. If you are trading this and you get any buy signal, you can join the trend and go up. Trade setup number 3 is Euro Japanese Yen. The Euro Yen, I shared on September 2nd on our Telegram channel this setup. That time price was somewhere here, so we forecasted that we are going to sell to get to either this level where we see is now, but I put a question mark there that it can either be a regular flat or it can also give us an expanded flat. So now price came to where we were anticipating our regular flats, then it went up. So what we are going to do this week is, we are still not very certain that price is going to move or not, but we are going to trade it in bits. So price still has a scenario, the possibility of doing something like this before going up. We'll move to the lower time frame. We'll move to the lower time frame and look at how we are going to trade this. We've seen what we are seeing here can be counted as 3 wave. It can also be counted as 5 wave. Like if you want to count it as 5 wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it qualifies for a 5 wave. So should in case it's a 5 wave, then wave C, green wave C is finishing. So we'll be anticipating a correction for, so this is an impulse, this is a correction. So we'll be getting another correction to give us a zigzag. Then with that one, we will move upwards. Should in case, so now what we are doing is, if you get a sell signal, if you are scalping and you get a sell signal, the price is retracing, you can join the sell, but you have to be very careful that should in case it's a zigzag, when price turns here, as soon as price move, you have to in your favor, you have to move your stop loss to break even and watch this area. If price is going down to the 50% Fibonacci level, which is typical of normal wave 2, that it moves to the 61.8%. But if price is going to return from here, then you have to close your trade and look for a buy signal to move up. Our trade setup number 2 is gold. Last week we discussed the yellow metal in detail, and if you have not watched last week's video, we discussed in total the importance of having alternate way counts, and I gave all the scenarios, the possible scenarios gold might play out, and price action played perfectly in support of that. So what we saw last week was, this was my first count, my primary count 1 I posted on our Telegram channel, and I posted this trade setup and it on September 8th. So it took 2 days for us to get to take profit. So I did an aggressive entry, though I did not post that one because a lot of people might not be able to manage that trade. Because I was expecting this triangle, I also placed a sell pending order here and had my stop loss at above wave C of the triangle. So as soon as my profit was hit, my sell order was also filled. So I'm in the sell now. So if you are not already in the sell, this is how you are going to trade this one. You see, now we are not completely discounting. There is a possibility of it being a triangle like this. So this triangle, this also qualifies for a triangle for an A, B, C, D, E. So if that one is in play, then price is moving upwards. Price is moving upwards. But looking at, and this also qualifies for a 5 wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is no overlapping. So it qualifies for a 5 wave. So if that is the scenario, then it can give us a zigzag like this. Then price will move up. But that is our second count now. But we are looking at price moving down to give us an A, B, C. And looking at a strength in the dollar this week. This is our first count, but don't lose track of the alternative count. Price can be like this, an A, B, C. So when it happens like this, you join with a trend line. As soon as price break out from the trend line, you can start looking for buys. But as it stands now, price is pushing downward. So if you get any flat, you can join the sell. And finally, our trade setup number 1 for this week is EURUSD. And EURUSD, we posted that one to last week, and we've discussed the dollar index. So once we are looking for a trend in the dollar, and EURUSD and dollar index are negatively correlated, we are looking at a trend in the dollar. So definitely a downward move for EURUSD. So now we've had our wave 1, and we saw an A, B, C for wave 2. Now price moved down, so we are anticipating a correction of an A, B, C. If we get that one, we will start looking for sell. But all the same, if we don't get that correction, this also qualifies for a short correction of an ABC. So when price break out from the channel, you can also be looking for a sell. You get more confluence and confirmation as soon as price break the low of the impulse. So this is a very nice setup. You have to be watching. I'll be watching the trade carefully and post a trade call in our Telegram channel. So if you've not joined our Telegram channel or our Facebook group, join it, because I'll be posting that trade call there. Thank you very much, guys, once again. And if you like our form of analysis, do subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave your comment below whatever pair that you want me to analyze in the course of the week. See you again.